welcome to News at Night for Friday, February the 19th. I'm Colette Linden.
I'm Craig Huckerby. The weekend is here. I'll have your complete weekend forecast coming up.
Ontario has lifted lockdown restrictions in most areas of the province. Gateway Casinos is reopening all but 2 of its casinos. 3 casinos in Northern Ontario include Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie and Thunder Bay, and they will reopen Wednesday at noon. 7 Gateway Casinos locations in Southern Ontario opened on Tuesday, including Sarnia, Point Edward, Chatham, London, Woodstock, Clinton and Hanover. The locations in Sault Ste. Marie will operate from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. 2 of the company's casinos, Innisfil and Casino Rama in Aurelia, will remain closed for the time being. The Ontario government is investing up to $2.6 million over 2 years through the Safer and Vital Communities grant to help communities combat hate-motivated crime. The funding will help 26 community-based not-for-profit organizations and First Nation chiefs and band councils, in collaboration with their police partners, implement local projects that tackle discrimination, foster greater inclusiveness, and address the increase of police-reported hate crime. The Safer and Vital Communities grant will also complement Ontario's new $1.6 million anti-racism and anti-hate grant, which is currently being designed in collaboration with community groups to create effective solutions based on lived experiences and local needs. Ontario government is launching new health and safety education campaigns with a particular focus on helping small businesses across the province reopen safely. The on-the-ground assistance includes a comprehensive suite of resources business owners can access at no cost to ensure they are helping prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the workplace. Starting next week, provincial offences officers will be visiting businesses in regions opening into grey, red and orange zones, such as the regions of Wellington, Dufferin, Guelph, Durham and Eastern Ontario, with a focus on businesses that were closed during the provincial shutdown. The Algoma district will soon be home to a new Tim Hortons located in the town of Thessalon. In anticipation of a spring opening, Tim Hortons will be holding 2 job fairs in the region in the coming weeks with assistance from Sault College Employment Solutions. A Sault Ste. Marie fair will take place on Wednesday, February the 24th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Quattro Hotel, while a Thessalon fair will be held on Wednesday, March 3rd from 10 to 5 at the Thessalon Town Hall located at 187 Main Street in Thessalon. Resumes can be submitted in advance by email to employmentsolutionsjob@saultcollege.ca with the subject line Tim Hortons Thessalon. The City of Sault Ste. Marie's website was down for a significant amount of time yesterday into this morning. The city would like to report that the site is up and running after the service provider fixed the issues. Senior citizens in the province and across the country are finding ways to stay connected through digital platforms. Lynn Brown joined Rick Boreen, Vicki Taylor, and Rita O'Neill from the City of Sault Ste. Marie's Senior Services.
Well, welcome to another edition of Seniors Calling. I'm very pleased to share with you the 3 guests that we have today. Rick Boreen, who is the supervisor of the City of Sault Ste. Marie's Senior Services. We have Rita O'Neill and Vicki Taylor, who are both recreation programmers with the city as well. So welcome to the Seniors Calling. Welcome to Seniors Calling, sorry.
Thank you for having us. It's a great opportunity, Lynn.
Thank you. Now, Rick, talk to me about the programs that you've been offering. This has probably been a bit of you've had to change course and think outside of the box. I understand that a lot of the programs are still being offered there, but they're happening over a Zoom platform, a digital platform. Talk to us about the process for that and where we are today.
So basically, Lynn, as you know, from back in March when everything closed down in 2020, we had to adapt, obviously. Our goal is definitely to still keep everybody active, all our senior members and friends out there doing things. So it took us a little bit at that point. I joined the team later on in August.
Okay.
So we started looking at different avenues. We had a few different platforms that we were using, and now we're solely using Zoom. Just because it offers both the best of both worlds, from call-in to actual video like we're doing now.
Yeah.
So it's just grown exponentially from May, I believe, ladies, if you can correct me, when we actually launched onto Zoom with our senior programming. So we've basically adapted probably 90% of our programs that we once offered in-house to online.
I'm sure there was a fair amount of outreach that had to go in, maybe some competency, skills, and some things that had to be learned on the fly. So Vicki and Rita, can you talk to me about that part of it?
Well, it was a lot of learning on the fly, a lot of last minute decisions of pre-planning and planning again and having different avenues ready to go instantly.
Yes.
Whether it be on Zoom, over the phone, in-house.
Yeah.
It took a lot of planning and learning, a learning curve for all of us, I think.
Right. And we're supposed to learn something new every single day. So
We do.
Exactly.
Now, we're
And that's what I always
55
say.
and
It's
up,
always a great day to learn something new, no matter how old you are, how young you are. It doesn't matter.
yeah, that's right. And I count myself in the senior set, 55 and up. So I understand Zoom and all this technology. I still can't believe I work with computers for a living. It still boggles my mind, frankly. But
Well, and it's very true, Lynn. I know, like Vicky has a session, has had sessions at the Northern Community Center. We have as
Right.
well here too.
That's right.
Just on how to get the seniors onto Zoom, whether it be
Yes.
showing them how to download the app, getting online, creating their own account.
well, I want to thank you again for joining me today, and all the best of luck. And one final note, if it's possible, I'm going to be watching that biscotti recipe that I noticed that Rick Borean is doing.
Absolutely, Lynn.
So
Absolutely.
I'm all over that. Okay. So
Perfect.
thanks for chatting with me today, everybody.
Thank you, Lynn. Take care.
You too. Okay. Bye-bye.
Well, we saw a lot more sun today, and it's hard to believe that spring is still a month away after a day like today. We saw temperatures around -4. We're going to see our temperatures even rise over the weekend and into next week. But we do have some unsettled weather to tell you about, and I will do that right after this.
The Canadian Council of the Blind has been improving the lives of those with vision loss for over 70 years. With more than 65 chapters across Canada, it is the largest membership-based organization of the blind. People of all ages dealing with vision loss can join and participate in sports and recreation activities, technology training and assistance, peer support groups, and advocacy programs. For more information, visit ccbnational.net or call 1-877-304-0968.
And welcome back, everyone. Well, we did see a very nice day today. As I said, temperatures around -4 today with a lot more sun than we thought we were going to see. Tonight, we're only dropping down to -10 tonight, which is very comfortable considering where we were last week with our frigid temperatures. Mainly clouds, guys. I'm going to keep the light flurries there just in case because, hey, we do live beside a big body of water and we could see those light flurries develop. But right now, I'm not calling for any flurries. Just to let you know. We'll take a look at the temperature map for the rest of the region. Again, these temperatures aren't all that bad. -10 in Mackinac, -11 in Sudbury, -16s on the northern parts with Thunder Bay, Wawa, and Timmins. Wawa's been under a snow squall warning all day. Well, actually, for the last couple of days, they're seeing some substantial snowfall up there. But still, their snow amounts are still very low compared to what we normally would see at this time of year. And those snow squalls should end later on tonight. We'll show you that on the radar of what's going on. This is a future radar. These snow squalls should come to an end later on tonight. And again, they're only seeing really about 5 to 10 centimeters today. And then that's going to end as we pick up that southwesterly flow. We don't see anything around here. Again, if you're living around the shoreline, you may see some light flurries, but I don't see any accumulation at this point. We'll take a look now at the surface map for tomorrow. And again, we're protected by this high pressure system. And that's going to break down over the weekend and allow these systems to come in. And this is a warm front here, and that's going to push in that warm air over the area by Monday and into Tuesday, where we could see temperatures rise to +2, +3 for Tuesday. But then we have some sloppy mess coming in with it. We'll take a look at the satellite shot and we'll show you what's going on. And again, really nothing right now. This system here, another big system hitting the East Coast, that's come right around and underneath the U.S., just like that Texas system last weekend. They're getting a lot of snow, rain, and ice on the east side. And we have, like I said, some developing systems here that should come in for late day Sunday. So here's your forecast for the next 3 days. Not looking all that bad for Saturday. A mix of sun and cloud. We could start off with some light flurries in the morning. Really nothing to worry about. Temperatures nice and comfortable at -3. And we keep -3 for Sunday with a mix of sun and cloud. Those clouds are going to thicken up during the day Sunday. We will start seeing some flurry activity into Sunday night, into Monday morning. Waking up at Monday morning with some snow possibly, but temperatures nice and warm at +1, and then we start to see those warm temperatures up again for Tuesday. And again, we could throw some rain into that board because the temperatures will support some rain and snow mix. And for the rest of the week, not looking all that bad. Temperatures well above seasonal, and we're looking at just a mix of sun and cloud. No major systems heading our way for the next 10 days at least. So that's a good way to end this week. That is your forecast for right now. Jacob is standing by with sports right after this.
Do your part to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Cough into your elbow, not into your hand or in the air. Avoid touching your face, eyes, and mouth. Keep your distance from people. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. If you're feeling sick, please just stay home. Do the 5 and keep others alive. Help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Welcome back to your News at Night. I'm Jacob with Sports. I want to start off by talking about the Leafs and Senators recap from last night. The Leafs set a franchise record by scoring 7 goals in that game with a 7-3 win. Let's re-go over those keys to victory and see what the Leafs did to get that victory. They definitely played that full 60 minutes. They looked really strong out there. They were good with the puck. They were moving the puck well. And the defense was doing what they needed to do. Michael Hutchinson, making his first start in about 7.5 months, puts up 34 saves and plays a very, very strong game. They also got the scoring that they needed from the top line, and Tavares and Nylander each popped in a goal, Nylander with a goal and an assist. So that was great to see for Toronto. So what didn't Ottawa do? I will say Ottawa played hard. They never gave up in that game, but one thing we talked about was how Ottawa's power play needs to be better. Ottawa's power play was not looking good last night at all. Their entries were very sloppy. There were so many times they wasted well over a minute of power play time just by trying to get into the zone. When you do that, you are literally cutting off half of your power play before you've even started, which that was a huge problem for the Ottawa Senators last night. Hogburn went down with an injury very, very early in the game, and Matt Murray had to come in to replace him. And Matt Murray didn't really look ready to play. He was very shaky, allowed, frankly, a lot of weak goals. And this is a shame for Murray because he's been playing well of late, but I think that was another big reason why Ottawa wasn't able to get the victory that game. They did outshoot Toronto, which is good for Ottawa because that's something they want to keep up with their consistency, but Toronto got saves on one end, while Ottawa didn't get saves on the other end. Now for the weekend, something I want to talk about, we have 2 outdoor games coming up. On Saturday, we have the Avalanche versus the Golden Knights. This will be an interesting game because you have second in the division versus third in the division. So this is a game where it's a big win for either team because they really want to try to see who can take that second or third spot in the division, or even the top spot. It's pretty close between first, second, and third. So that'll be an interesting game to watch on Saturday. On Sunday, we have the first place Bruins versus the second place Flyers. What's very strange about this game, Philadelphia has 6 players who won't be able to play because of the COVID protocol. Again, this doesn't mean those players have COVID, but it means they haven't been cleared that they don't have COVID. So this will be a tough game for Philadelphia. I think Boston will win over Philadelphia just because of the lack of players Philly has. And I'm going to say the Avalanche are going to beat the Golden Knights. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the CFL. So the CFL has reported that they lost between $60 to $80 million worth of revenue by not having a full season last season. So the commissioner was saying how this is so important that they have to have a season this year, or unfortunately this could be heartbreaking for the CFL as being one of the longest lasting leagues in sports history. So the CFL has released a tentative schedule. We are looking for week 1 of the preseason to be starting on May 23rd. week 1 of the regular season to be June 10th, and the playoffs to start November 7th. So this is just a tentative schedule. This is what I believe they will be approaching to the federal government to see if this is something they can get approved. And let's hope it does, because the CFL really can't lose another $60 to $80 million in revenue. But that's all I have for sports right now. Colette will be back with your news right after this.
As night falls, 37 million Canadians turn out their lights and settle down for the night. But as we sleep, there's something interesting going on. House hippos have returned to Canadian homes, but they're extremely hard to spot. They enjoy admiring their reflections, hoarding socks, helping themselves to your devices, and annoying your pets. It looks like Canada has a house hippo problem.
Or do we? We brought back the house hippo to show how easy it is to be fooled in our digital world. Find out how to tell what's real and what's not at breakthefake.ca.
On February the 17th, officers with patrol services charged 39-year-old Chen Havarian and 34-year-old Chelsea Yates with a break-in and enter. It is alleged that between February the 15th and 17th, the two accused entered a multi-unit residence in the 100 block of Breton Road twice and a multi-unit residence in the 0 to 100 block of Bomer Boulevard. It is further alleged that the two accused damaged coin-operated laundry equipment. Officers located the two accused on the 17th of February and were arrested. The Algoma Public Health is reporting a single new confirmed case of COVID-19 in Elliott Lake and area. Through contact tracing, Algoma Public Health notifies all close contacts directly. Cases number 194 is reported to be self-isolating with cause of exposure unknown after tested February 14th. Algoma currently has 11 active cases. The Ontario government has extended all emergency orders under the Reopening Ontario Act for at least another month. The government made the announcement on Thursday afternoon through a statement posted on their website. The emergency orders, which were set to expire on the 19th of February, have now been extended until March the 24th. Senior citizens in the province and across the country are finding ways to stay connected through digital platforms. Lynn joined Rick Boreen, Vicky Taylor, and Rita O'Neill from the City of Sault Ste. Marie Senior Services for the next edition of Seniors Calling, and coincidentally, the interview took place over Zoom.
Talk to me about the programs that you've been offering. This has probably been a bit of a, you've had to change course and think outside of the box. I understand that a lot of the programs are still being offered there, but they're happening over a Zoom platform, a digital platform. Talk to us about the process for that and where we are today.
So basically, Lynn, as you know, from back in March when everything closed down in 2020, we had to adapt, obviously. Our goal is definitely to still keep everybody active, all our senior members and friends out there doing things. So it took us a little bit at that point. I joined the team later on in August.
Okay.
So we started looking at different avenues. We had a few different platforms that we were using, and now we're solely using Zoom. Just because it offers both the best of both worlds, from call-in to actual video like we're doing now.
Yeah.
So it's just grown exponentially from May, I believe, ladies, if you can correct me, when we actually launched onto Zoom with our senior programming. So we've basically adapted probably 90% of our programs that we once offered in-house to online. And it just keeps growing. And kudos to our programmers and our team. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to do what we've done, and the constant change that has gone.
Northern Credit Union has announced the consolidation of 7 of its smaller locations. As of May the 3rd, the Coniston, Elmwood, Iron Bridge, Petawawa, Second Line branches, which were temporarily closed during the pandemic, will be formally integrated into larger nearby branches. The Little Current and Richards Landing branches will also be consolidated into larger nearby branches as of June the 1st. Leading up to the closure, the True North Hub, telephone support, and banking service center will operate with expanded hours, while in-branch staff will help transition members to their nearest branch. Northern Credit Union has developed some of the best digital and remote banking services available, and members have responded by using those tools 2 to 3 times more often than they use in-branch services. Well, Craig, I understand we've got some storms coming next week. How worried should we be?
Well, we shouldn't be really all that worried because part of the storm is going to be rain, and because we're going to see some above normal temperatures, but it's going to be a messy week. We have up and down temperatures and rain and snow to deal with. So enjoy your weekend. It's going to be dry this weekend.
Enjoy the weekend. We will. Thank you for joining us for News at Night for Friday, February the 19th. On behalf of Craig and Colette, stay tuned for more weather news.